All right, welcome back in, everyone. It is our favorite segment of the week. We got Smith's Jeff Jackson here joining us today, showing us how to make a very savory meal for the upcoming holiday. Of course, we've got Memorial Day that is approaching 1 week from today, and probably one of the most delicious meals on the planet, ribs.
Oh. We say this every week, but every food item you make, it's like, oh, that's our favorite one.
It's
okay,
favorite.
I cook stuff that I like, and I love ribs.
It's the best. Okay, but you brought in some contraptions. I was like, what is this?
This is maybe not something you'll use at home. These are smokeless grills. You can find these at your local Smith's Marketplace. Actually sells them.
Really?
So if you want to grill indoors, you can use these.
Wow.
But most people are going to grill outdoors, and ribs are quite a popular item to do so.
Yeah.
You don't want to just go throw ribs on the grill and hope that they're going to be falling off the bone tender.
This is like this is artistic. There's an art to it.
You'd have to tenderize, and smoking is probably the most popular way to do that. If you don't have a smoker, do it this way.
Okay.
We're going to cook them in the oven first before we put them on the grill, because we want the meat to tenderize. Typically, smoking ribs takes 3 to 5 hours, somewhere in that range. We can do it in 2 hours.
We're going to do it in 2 hours with this.
Okay, so I've got a rack of ribs. These are St. Louis style. We need to get a rub. Camera, if you want to help me with that.
Okay.
So we're going to mix all this stuff together. Just start adding. So I have brown sugar.
This is salt and pepper.
Yep, that's garlic powder.
Okay.
This one's cinnamon, which I love in rib rubs.
I would not have guessed that.
This one's mustard powder. That's smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is a great way to get smokiness without having to smoke. Onion powder.
And some sea salt.
Yep. And give that a stir.
The cinnamon was something I would never have expected.
It's one of those things where people taste it and they're like, what is that?
What is that? That was a surprise. Okay.
So I just take that rub and put
You didn't
all
put an
over
oil
here.
on there, though.
No, you don't need to. It's going to stick either way. Plus, this is going in the oven.
And press it in, right?
Yeah. So press it in there. We're going to need some sort of liquid to help steam, and so I'm just adding a little bit of pineapple juice underneath. Pineapple juice.
So
and
it'll
then
steam these
325 degrees, just close it up. And then it'll go in for about an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, so hour and 45 minutes. We're cutting it down.
Way better than 3 hours.
So our ribs are now tender and delicious, but we want that grill flavor to be on our ribs.
So those are pretty much ready to eat, though, already.
They could be eaten, but we're not going to eat them. We're going to put them on the grill.
Okay. And we're doing this with our indoor smoker.
Smokeless.
Okay.
Wow. And then you'd put them each side down and let them get a good grill mark, and then at that point you'd put barbecue sauce on them.
And you're going to drizzle that all over.
But what I have is one done.
So you would have flipped it over.
And then sauce it. And then you've got these fall off the bone tender ribs. I'm going to take these gloves off because I had raw ribs on there. But
oh my goodness. Look how good that looks.
It's always hard to tell which way the bones go, but
it's falling right off though.
Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. My bones are running this way. There we go. That's what we want. It's always hard to find.
Oh, it's delicious.
They look amazing.
But they are fall off the bone tender, and we did it on the grill.
Once they're in here, though, I mean, that's what's really making them. That's the secret, because they're going to fall off.
The grilling part is only like 10 minutes of the whole process.
Because that's where you're just getting that sear, that crispiness, the char, and then the barbecue. You're just going to layer that on. Okay, Jeff.
This is how we do ribs.
That's how you do ribs.
This is how I'm going to taste.
I'm gonna
Can I just grab one too?
Barbecue sauce is on. Yeah, get in there.
Right? Oh my, look how that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. All right, Matt, we're gonna send this. We'll put this recipe on our website, because that rub, that is going to be amazing. You're gonna have the best ribs at your party.
Excellent.
Excellent. We'll send it back over to you. We're getting in on this one.
Happy Memorial Day.